Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIYDreaming, and oh my goodness, I'm so excited about today. We're gonna do my Magnolia Design Company January Craft Club project, which is super cute. And then I'm gonna show you how you can use what's in your Craft Club project to make more adorable things, such as Stuffies. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. So we're gonna be doing them in red, turquoise, and this light pink. And let me show you what's involved here. Okay, Craft Club is a monthly club that costs $22.95 plus whatever your sales tax is and shipping. It comes roughly the same time each month. It has everything for a whole entire project, including a surface, a stencil that's reusable, your medium, a new squeegee, and then whatever doodads are part of that particular project. And then you can use what's left over to make more projects. And that's what we're gonna do second. So first thing we're gonna do is make the actual kit. Then I'm gonna show you how you can take some canvas duck fabric, some paint. This is Waverly chalk acrylic paint from Walmart in crimson. This one is Agave. This one is called Ballet slipper. And then this is the only silver paint I had on hand. I don't know where it came from, but you can get silver paint everywhere. And then we're gonna use some of my favorite, these chalk paste ink markers in gold, silver, black, and white. It's gonna be so cute. So as you're hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to sprinkle. Let me know if you are not part of Craft Club yet, because I would love to invite you to join. I mean, every single month, the projects are fabulous. And some people had something happen, like maybe their credit card, they got a new expiration date, or they lost it, or something happened with payment and they're no longer getting Craft Club anymore. If that's you, I would love to have you rejoin this month. So let me show you what's in the January box, and then we'll get started. Okay, first of all, you're gonna get this already painted, adorable wood mason jar. You're gonna get this stencil, which I've already used it twice. It's one of the cuter ones. And this stencil is exclusive to Craft Club right now. At some future point, 6 months or a year later, they may release it. But if you love this stencil and you're not part of Craft Club, you should join. The commitment's 3 months. And then after that, if you haven't had fun or liked it, you can stop. But most people just keep going after that. It says the secret ingredient is always love. I love the style of it. You're going to get a new squeegee. You're going to get a package of paste in white. Here's the doodads. You're going to get some little, this looks like baby's breath or something to me. You're going to get the twine, and you're going to get instructions. And there's also a video you can watch if you're interested. Okay, so let's hang on. Let's hop in and get started. Okay, but before I actually begin this project, I need to do one thing for the next project, and let me show you what that is. This is canvas duck fabric. I got this particular canvas duck when I was in Boise, Idaho over Thanksgiving, but you can get it everywhere. Pretty much any craft store is going to have it. Buy the thickest, heaviest, sturdiest weight that you can find. You can get it in cream, you can get it in this oatmeal color, you can get it in white, you can get red, you can get yellow, you can get all kinds of things. So I'm just going to take a pencil and trace this adorable shape. And I got out a bunch of Stuffies to show you. And I'm all ready to do all the steps. So, okay, so I just traced it. And we will cut that out when we get there. All right. This is painted on both sides, so I suppose you could do either side if you want. All right, the stencil. The secret ingredient is always love. Isn't that cute? First thing you're going to do is you're going to fuzz it, which just means to reduce some of the super stickiness that these have when they're new. And you can fuzz on the Magnolia tacky towel. Just do a couple, 2 or 3 times. Or you could fuzz on a pair of jeans or a low lint tea towel, something like that. That works just fine. And I'm going to put this on my little adorable mason jar. It's so cute. And press it down. What got going on here? Got a piece of... Oh no, did I get in here without my glasses? Holy moly. This is going to be a difficult project. I'm just going to go by very crude viewing of what I am doing. I guess I need to clean my tacky towel because I've been cutting fabric over it and it has, I guess, a lot of little bits in it. Okay, and then this is the white chalk paste. We're going to use it. You're only going to use a little bit of it, and then you can use this same white chalk paste to make these stuffy mason jars, or you can get a brand new pot of white chalk paste that looks like this. It's just totally up to you. You may already have it. So I'm going to just snip one little teeny corner off, and then I'm going to squeeze some out on my squeegee. And dang, did I really come in here without my glasses? Wow, that is not good. And then I'm just going to quickly push it through the holes of my stencil. Once I have everything covered, I will stop. That's a tendency I can sometimes have, to want to keep going. And what happens when you go over and over and over is sometimes you either put too much on and you push too much underneath your stencil, or you can make a mistake and go outside, which with chalk paste it's not fatal, but because you can clean it off, it's not permanent, but it is kind of a pain. Okay, so got it on. I'm just pulling up any big blobs. I really don't see a ton. The one thing I really love about Craft Club is how if you think I am not crafty, or you haven't crafted very much, or you haven't ever used stencils, this is a great way to give it a try. The projects are easy. They're adorable. There's nothing you're going to need to get to do the basic project itself. Let me throw this in my tub over here. You have everything comes in your box each month. That is super cute. Okay, so then the next thing I would do is I would take some of the jute that comes with it. And I'm going to be careful because I don't want to mess up my stencil, which is fresh. There's so much jute here, you could do a whole bunch of mason jars with it too. I've managed to get it all tangled up. Well, let's just go with this much. Okay, and then I'm just going to wrap it around and around. Sorry about the dogs in the background. I guess there's a leaf out in the yard that is floating by, and they are very concerned about it. That's how it usually is here. Okay, so whoops, however many times you want to go around, finish this. And it wouldn't be so challenging if I didn't have sort of wet chalk paste right here. And then I'm just going to tie a little knot. You could put a bow on there if you want. I'm just going to clip the tails short. Okay, then also in your kit this month is some baby's breath. And so I'm going to trim these short. If I can see them without my glasses. And I'm not even going to use all of them, so you could save what's left over for another project. And I'm just going to poke them in my jute over here. You could add a little dollop of glue if you want. Did not tie my twine tight enough. Okay, let's do a little dollop of glue. That makes everything easier. Oh, darn. I just stuck my thumb in my stencil. Shoot. Okay, and I will continue on with this and I'll fix the little boo-boo that I created. But look how cute this is. Okay, so if you're thinking, well, what am I going to do with it? You could glue a hanger on the back of it. You could hang it on anything. You could add it to a wood sign and make a whole piece of art. And this is a really neat grayish green color. So I think something like this would be super adorable. Okay, and if you get this, if you subscribe, not subscribe, I don't know, if you become a member of my Magnolia Craft Club, then you will get the stencil and you will get the surface and all the doodads and this chalk paste. So let's go on to do the next project. And the first thing I'm going to do, because I'm going to need my stencil again, is I'm just going to clean it. This is a stencil cleaner sponge, and my my little thing of water looks terrible. I've had this for 3 or 4 years. I'm just using my stencil cleaner sponge gently on the top of my stencil to get the chalk paste off. And then I am going to put this back over here. And in case you didn't know, one of the other things that you can do with this tacky towel is you can use it to dry your stencils. So I'm just going to put that in there and pat it dry. Easy, easy, easy peasy. I'll put it back on the backing sheet, which I've already labeled what it is. Secret ingredient. And now let's make some stuffies. And we'll let this kind of sit and dry for a few minutes. And you know what? I could add these flowers to one of those stuffies too. I might do that. Okay. So, let me get the water off my desk. Before we go into the stuffies, let me show you some other stuffies that I've made. These I made either last year or the year before. I cannot remember. I used the large mason jar shape that you can get at magnoliadiy.com to trace it. It's been in this tub over here for the last year or so, so it's a little crumpled. But basically I painted it this bluish color, which was kind of a mixture of blues and some silver. I stenciled it with this cute stencil that says Feeling Beachy. I used gray chalk paste and white paste to kind of do an offset look. And then I did some adorable stuff with the pins, okay? Here's another one, also made with that same large mason jar surface that you can get at Magnoli at DIY.com that I painted. This is white paint and yellow paint and silver. I stenciled it, and then I used my pins to do the little doodly-doo, dot, 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 squiggle, squiggle, dot, squiggle, squiggle, dot, that kind of thing. And I added some black and white ribbon, a little bow, and some lemons. And I think those turned out pretty cute. Okay, but for today, the one we're going to be doing is smaller. And I traced it. So I'm just going to cut it out. I'm not cutting the back out right now. You might be wondering, why isn't she cutting the back out? Because normally I do two at the same time. Well, there's a couple reasons. One, I'm trying this new method of gluing the back on when the front is all finished and then trimming the back. That's one thing. And just using a square. The other thing is, what I have noticed is when you paint canvas duck, it shrinks a little bit. So if you cut out two pieces of canvas, one for the front and one for the back, and then you paint it, they're not going to really match. One's going to be bigger, the back is going to be bigger because the paint seems to make the canvas duck shrink just a little bit. Okay, we're getting there. All right, here is my mason jar. Then the next thing I would do is I would decide what color I wanted to paint it. I'm going to paint this upper part right here with silver, like a mason jar. The top is going to be silvery metallic. And then I could choose either crimson, ballet slipper, or agave, or really any color that you might want. And I would just paint it with a cruddy brush, just one layer, let it dry. We're not going to do that right now because I've got some that I've already painted, so you don't have to sit and wait. Okay, this is important. When it is dry fully, and you can use a blow dryer to speed that up a little bit, you want to take it outside and give it a quick coat of clear matte sealer spray. That is so when you put your stencil on, you'll get a crisp stencil impression. I have found in doing these in the past that a little bit of clear matte sealer spray over it after it's been painted works great. So, for example, this is one that I did, silver and red, and I took this outside and I sprayed it, and it's ready to move on to the next step. So let's move on to the next step. All right, we're going to use this stencil, and I'm not going to fuzz it again because this technically is fabric, and also I've used it a few times now. So I'm just going to lay my stencil on here, roughly in the center. Okay, because this is fabric, let me tell you a couple of things. You could use ink, and Magnolia has a bunch of great inks. You could also use chalk paste, because here's the thing. Chalk paste, it won't be able to be put in the washing machine. And it would be ruined if you put it out in the rain. But that's the case no matter what, because fabric would get moldy and yucky if it was out in the rain. So if you put this outside, put it somewhere that's covered. But this is not a project that's going to need to be washed or that will get handled very much. Or, you know, that somebody might rub up against it and get whatever the medium was on their clothes. So in those situations, you can use your choice of chalk paste or ink. And since we have this packet that's 90% still full, let's use chalk paste, okay? So I'm just going to squeeze some more out. There is tons. This is little packages deceiving. There's a lot in there. And I'm just going to quickly put this on. Just want to make sure I get everything covered. I'm going to pull the excess off. I don't know exactly how many more of these you could do, but with this white chalk paste, you could do some more signs. And the little pots of chalk paste from Magnolia last a really long time. They're not terribly expensive, so if you wanted another color, you could just place an order for some. Just a little teeny bit more. And I'm going to scrape excess off. Okay, this is what that looks like. It's adorable. The secret ingredient is always love. Okay, now I'm going to throw this back in my tub. We're not going to use it again, so I'll just leave it in my tub of water until I'm all finished here, and then I'll go out to the sink and spray it with cool water. Tell me, while we're talking here in the comments, are you a member of my craft club? And if not, why not? I have a whole tub of craft projects from the past months that I'm not going to get out today because I'm doing this whole thing. But I will share pictures because every month it's a new and different craft. So you try some new technique. The surfaces are always amazing. We got an apron one month. We got a large embroidery hoop. We got a book stack. We got tea towels. We got banners, an Easter Bunny banner. It was so cute. We got a pennant banner. So there's always something great. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. And in the meantime, I have this. And I'm going to put this away. I'm going to squeeze what's in there back down to the bottom and put a clip or tape on it and stick it in a plastic bag because there's no point to waste this. And this is after doing the project and 3 of these. So there's a ton. Okay, so this one is dry. And after I did this, I put a little bit more clear matte sealer spray on it. But now we do the fun part, which is the squiggly ... part. And then I'll show you how we're going to assemble it. Okay, so this is the set of pins that I am talking about at least once a week. This is an absolute must-have. These are super affordable. There's 8 of them. These are the colors I use the most. Gold, silver, black, and white. The black-bodied ones are ink. The white-bodied ones are chalk paste. I'm going to use ink today, and I'm going to use white and silver. Okay, and if it's new, the inside of your pin, you're going to prime it by just pushing it down on a firm surface, and the ink will flow down into the little tip. This is the round tip. if you pull it out and reinsert it, there's a chisel tip, which works great too. But I'm going to use just my round one. And I'm just going to start on the edges and do like a line, dot, dot, dot. And another line, dot, dot, dot. And another one. I like to do the lines different lengths. This one needs a little bit darker. And I think this adds so much to the project. What do you guys think? How do you join? I will get you a link directly to my craft club as soon as I'm finished. So Donna says she has 6 projects to do. She just has to do them. Well, you know what's one idea, Donna? You could have a friend over and let your friend do 3 of them and you do 3 of them. It's a great social activity to do. This is so cute. I don't know if I really need to even use the silver. Seriously. But, like on this one, I just want you to see. I did a line with dots in white, and then just slightly inside, I did the silver. But it makes more sense on this project because I did 2 colors on the stencil. I did the first underneath color. I let that dry. I sprayed it. Then I shifted my stencil over just a little bit so it looks like there's a shadow. So this has 2 colors on the stencil, and that's why I think it looks better to have 2 colors here. But these are so cute. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna do white. I mean, look how adorable this one turned out. And this is just this ballet slipper Waverly paint that you can get at Walmart. It's super affordable. Okay, now for the top of the mason jar, I just do kind of a swirly thing. I'll show you. I'm going to hold it up in just a second. You could go around it as many times as you want. Okay, and you can do dots and squiggles in there too. And then I'm going to do 2 like parentheses on either side of the lid. And let's do a line with some dot dot dots right here. How can I do this without getting my fingers in my chalk paste? Line, dot. And then I could add like some random dots here and there. I'm gonna, certain areas, I'm gonna go back over it twice. Prime my pin just a little bit more. It is, if I don't say so myself, I think this is absolutely adorable. But I love doing stuffies. I do stuffies a lot. If you've watched DiyDreaming very much, I have a whole tub of them over here. I'm gonna get my hair dryer and plug it in. Did I put it? I put it in the other room. Let me grab it. We're gonna dry that, and I'm gonna show you the next step. A serious mess happening here. Oh my goodness, serious. Okay. Did I do the beach one live? Yes, I did. And I'll look for that video. It was 2 years ago, though. And I've learned a lot about creating videos since then, so I can't vouch for the quality of that video. But I'll look for it. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to say this is mostly dry. And now what we need is a piece of canvas that we can do this new way to glue it. I'm so thrifty. I don't want to waste this strip. And I know that this fabric is plenty big. So. All right, so this is the front. This is going to be the back. First thing we need to do is get our hanger. I just used jute. You could use ribbon. You could do whatever you want, seriously. So I'm just gonna cut a short piece of jute, and we're gonna glue it right here and here on the front. To judge how long you're going to want that to be. So there's a lot of different ways that you can embellish this, but heck, excuse my foul language, this is just so cute, and I almost think the simpler the better. What do you guys think? It's adorable. Okay, so then we're going to make sure that we have plenty of room. And see how I have the back piece not cut out? This honestly is easier. I'm going to start at the top and putting the glue on the front piece. See how I'm just pressing this into it? Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so nice. And then I'm just going to keep lifting it up. We're going to leave the bottom open. That's where we'll stuff it. Honestly, I do think this is easier than have been doing stuffies for the last 4 years. I don't know if I'll always do it this way, but it is definitely easier than having to cut out 2 pieces. And the thing is, for sure, when you paint it, it's going to shrink a little bit, the front. Okay. And I didn't get any glue on my fingers. Okay, so now we're just going to trim this. You know, I had an idea. You could do 3 mason jars if you wanted and only stencil the top one, and you could kind of layer them like something like this. But just stencil like the top one. And then you could glue one big lump on the back, and you could make a larger stuffy for your door or something if you wanted. If I was going to do that, I would only do the stencil on one. So hold your little jute hanger out of the way so you don't accidentally cut that off. If you don't have any stencils, and you want to do this easy mason jar thing, what you would need to get is Craft Club. This Craft Club that we're doing right here is only for the month of January, so you need to order it before the month of January is over. The earlier in the month, the better. And then you need your choice of paint. Mine all came from Walmart. Silver paint. You're going to need some clear matte sealer spray. And then you're going to want the pins because they add so much. And this is like $14 for 8 of them. They're a great investment in your crafting stash. And then you can use this one stencil. You could just use bits and pieces of it. You don't have to use the whole entire thing. For all the month of January up until Valentine's Day. And that is a great way to give it a try because you'll have everything you need, even the squeegee. And you'll have the medium. So this is what that looks like. Okay, and then I'm just getting some. Usually I use polyfill, but today I'm using pillow fluff. So I'm going to pull some out. I don't know how much we'll want. When I was at the store trying to buy polyfill, they did not have any. So I was forced to go this other route and I got a firm pillow from Walmart. And that may be an easier, less expensive way to do it. I'm pushing my fluff up to the very top. Actually, I wouldn't have glued that so far because then I could get my hand in there. And how stuffed you stuff your stuffies, how full, how fluffy they are, that is really a personal preference thing. There's no exact right amount. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about my dog. She's very concerned that we're going to be robbed or something. Okay, and then we're just going to glue the bottom closed. Push your fluff in. Put a layer of glue near the edge. Push it down into the glue. And by the way, I'm using a low temperature hot glue today, like always. It's a Sure Bonder Cool Shot. You can get it at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, under $10. If you don't have any fluff or polyfill, but you do have a pillow that you don't love anymore, you could take apart a pillow. And here you go. So I will play around after with coming up with some kind of a ribbon or bow on it, although I don't even think it really needs it. What do you guys think? The secret ingredient is love. So that's our project for today. Here was the actual craft club project. I'm going to add some more flowers to it. I may put it in this, so it's like a piece of art. I would just use some glue to attach that. And then here are the stuffies that we made. Get this out of the way. Oh my gosh, my craft room is such a disaster. All right, so I want to know, what do you guys think? Do you like this idea? The other thing I'm most likely going to do is I'm going to do some tea towels with this same stencil, because this is a perfect tea towel to have in the kitchen during the last part of January and February for Valentine's Day. I will use ink when I do that, and I'll probably use red ink, which is something that you can purchase from magnoliadiy.com. You do not want to use chalk paste on a tea towel, because a tea towel is going to need to be washed, it's going to get wet, and it's going to be handled. And chalk paste is not permanent in that kind of a way. You can spray it, but even if you spray it, that does not mean you could put it in the washing machine, and tea towels get dirty. So you would use ink. Let me know if you want a link for ink. They have lots of colors. And you would heat set it with a hot iron. Oh, thank you so much for the stars. I did not see who did that. I'm so sorry, but I really appreciate it. And you would do the same process of stenciling, but you would use ink instead. Okay, well, that's what I wanted to show you guys. I love the idea of taking my craft club project and extending it, and they are meant to be that way so that you can do multiple projects with them. It's not just one and done. The stencil itself can be used over and over and over and over and over and over and over this year, and then next year, and then the year after. So it's a great way to build a collection of stencils. Let me know if you would like a link to Craft Club, to the pins, or you just want the supply list that tells you what these colors are that I used. You can just say link or supplies, or if there's something specific you want to look at, let me know. And if you have not joined Craft Club yet, gosh, you should. I don't know what you're waiting for. It's $22 a month, $22.95, plus whatever your sales tax is, and some states don't even have any, plus shipping, which is I think $5. It'll come roughly the same time every month in a little box with everything you need: the surface, the stencil, the medium, a new squeegee, and whatever doodads are part of the project. There'll be instructions, there'll be a video, and the commitment is 3 months, and then after that, if you hated it, which I can't imagine any reason why you would, I haven't had a lot of people tell me that they hate Craft Club, then you can cancel. So what are you waiting for? Come join me in my Craft Club. Alrighty, have a blessed and wonderful rest of the day. Oh, I forgot, do this or this. That's a heart. Say something to me in the comments. Check to see if you've liked and followed this page. I'll get pictures. I'm going to finish this one off camera. I'll get pictures. I'll put them here in these comments as well as just on my DIY Dreaming page. If you liked this, I would love it if you would consider sprinkling it to your social media, because that is one thing that really helps this crafting business that I have grow. So I would love it if you would do that. Alrighty, have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day, and I will see you guys later for more crafting.